Hey there, I'm Jenny, this is Casey, and we're two of Festival's Mealtime Mentors. This video is part of our Sips and Snacks series where we pair delicious drinks with tasty food.
Yes, and today we're pairing wine from Parallel 44 with one of our favorite dessert recipes.
And we had the opportunity to visit Parallel 44. It's located in Kewaunee, Wisconsin, so that's on the east side of the state. Very, very beautiful property out there. And we had the chance to meet with Maria, one of the owners, and she had a lot of really great stories to share with us.
So my dad was born and raised in Italy. I grew up in Wisconsin, but for my dad and his tradition, wine was about gathering with family and friends and sharing wine over conversation and good food. And so I just really grew up with an appreciation for wine. And then when Steve and I met, we met in school, and one of the first trips we took was out to Napa Valley together. And we went to the winery Francis Ford Coppola, and at that time we were still students, so we bought the least expensive bottle of wine because we couldn't afford much, and walked out to the vineyard with that bottle of wine and that baguette, just sat down in the vineyard and looked around and thought, gosh, why not Wisconsin? And we came back, and we were both attorneys, so we went on and practiced, but still always had this idea in our mind that why can't we make good grape wines here in Wisconsin? And so I can't really take credit for the flavors of our wines. He is really the one that's done that. And like I was saying, he really celebrates the flavor profile of the grapes that come from this climate. That fruit-forward component, he really accentuates that in our wines and really makes these wines, I think, that consumers really crave these days. That fruit-forward front, that crisp finish, and just really well-balanced. What I tell customers when they come in here, the biggest question probably is, what's a good bottle of wine? And I always say a good bottle of wine is whatever you like. Sometimes wine scares people because they feel like they don't know enough. And I always say all you need to know is what you like.
All right, so the wine that we are pairing today is the Frozen Tundra Original. This is a semi-sweet rosé wine, and this was the first of the Frozen Tundra line of wines. It was created when the frost came early one year in Wisconsin, and instead of getting rid of the harvest, they decided to make wine out of it, and it ended up really tasty.
That's awesome. And we're going to be pairing it with a dessert today. So we have a Strawberry Ladyfinger Icebox Cake. It is a mouthful,
yes.
But it's super delicious and one of our favorite recipes. It's ladyfingers from our bakery, layered with fresh strawberries and then a mascarpone whipped cream.
Yes, so to get started, we're going to taste our wine. So we learned from Maria that there are 5 S's to wine tasting. So the first S is sight, so we're just going to kind of look at the wine, look at the color and the clarity. I really love the color in this one, such a pretty kind of rose pink.
And then the second S is to swirl. So swirling releases the aromas of the wine, and that's really important because the majority of what you taste is actually from smell.
Yes, so that goes right into then our third S, which is sniff. So we're gonna give the wine a little sniff and kind of get those aromas going. It's very fruity,
yes,
which is exciting.
Smells really good.
Yes.
And then the fourth S is sip, so self-explanatory.
Yes.
Cheers.
Oh.
Good.
It's very good. And the last S is savor. So kind of let the wine sit in your mouth for a little bit and really get all of those great flavors.
Exactly. So let's move on to pairing with our dessert.
Oh my gosh. I'm very excited to pair these together.
There you go.
Give this a little try. Very fruity.
So I love how the acidity of the wine, like towards the back when you sip it, it cuts through the richness of that whipped cream.
Yes, which is really, really rich, but then it goes really well with the strawberry flavors as well, the fruitiness from that wine. Yeah. This is such a good one.
Delicious. So we hope you go ahead and grab a bottle of this wine from our stores, and you can find the recipe for this cake on our website at festfoods.com/meals.